Experience a new world in Chrono Life, the best virtual reality fantasy game. Our protagonist is a beginner to the game, and they face rejection from parties due to their novice status. After a harrowing experience of in-game death, their determination to become stronger leads them to a bold decision, destroying all their items through item reinforcement, leaving them with just a humble wooden stick. Undeterred, they persist with item reinforcement and miraculously enhance the wooden stick to a formidable plus 99. Armed with overpowered equipment, they ponder their plight as a new player in the world of Chrono Life, continuously shunned by more experienced gamers, despite spending money on their equipment. Frustrated and lonely, they begin a passionate rant that captures the attention of a cute, light pink-haired player. This player, despite initial shyness, extends an invitation to party up and engage in in-game farming. The protagonist's expression shifts from frustration to admiration for the game as they embark on their adventure with their newfound companion. As they walk and chat, the protagonist proudly shares how they acquired a beginner warrior package for $55, which included a plus 3 knights two-handed sword. Their companion commends them with an adorable expression. The protagonist starts daydreaming about their fairy tale romance, envisioning kisses, marriage, and the name they'd give their future daughter. However, the cute player suddenly lures them to the forest center and delivers a shocking blow to the protagonist's chest. It's a betrayal that leaves the protagonist in shock and confusion. The cute player reveals their sinister intentions and verbally abuses the protagonist, even invoking the player's parents. Enraged, the protagonist retaliates, resulting in a game interface indicating the completion of a quest. The cute player undergoes a transformation, advancing to the hidden job class, Goddess of Life, for their ruthless actions. The protagonist is left alone, realizing that only the strong can survive in this merciless game. In a safe area, they reflect on their experiences, crying as they decide to reinforce their equipment, beginning with their now damaged plus 3 knights two-handed sword. Their actions are impulsive and self-destructive as they destroy all their items, leaving them in their underwear and contemplating quitting. In a twist of fate, a random person throws a wooden stick their way. Though it's a feeble beginner's weapon, the protagonist attempts item reinforcement and, to their surprise, succeeds. They continue hammering the stick nervously until they achieve the maximum reinforcement level of plus 99. Astonished by their newfound power, the protagonist fumbles and accidentally taps the ground with the wooden stick, causing a massive explosion that terrifies all players nearby. The protagonist's reputation plummets after unintentionally eliminating over 800,000 players with a single tap. Despite the dire circumstances, the protagonist sees an opportunity to teach everyone a lesson, relishing their newfound role as the story's main character. He walks the streets with his overpowered wooden stick, wearing nothing but a cloak to cover his modesty. When a confrontation arises with a belligerent individual, the protagonist uses their wooden stick to create another explosive display of power, solidifying their status as the game's protagonist. However, a warning suddenly appears, notifying the protagonist that their weapon is badly damaged, and the plus 99 reinforced wooden stick can only be used a few more times before its durability is depleted. The protagonist accepts the challenge, knowing that any RPG gamer can relate to the tension of managing limited durability. With this revelation, the story takes a thrilling turn, setting the stage for our protagonist's journey to prove their worth in the harsh world of Chrono Life. The protagonist faces a challenging predicament: their powerful weapon can't be repaired to restore its durability. This realization fills them with disheartenment. It dawns upon them that they won't be able to exact revenge on those who wronged them. Contemplating the situation, they make a resolute decision. As they traverse the ground and ravine of the deceased, littered with skulls, the ultimate boss monster of Chrono Life, the twin-headed dragon Muris, makes a grand entrance with a resounding roar. Uranus attempts intimidation, but it proves ineffective. Our protagonist boldly chooses to fight and wields their wooden stick. In a stunning turn of events, the wooden stick proves to be super effective, disintegrating one of the dragon's heads. The remaining head is left shocked and speechless, admitting to having only a few strikes left. Our protagonist sets their sights on a daring goal: defeating the strongest boss in the game. The remaining head of the dragon pleads for mercy, but the protagonist remains resolute and delivers the final blow. With just one strike left in their weapon, Uranus offers a master-servant contract, offering his soul to the protagonist. This unexpected twist leads to the evolution of the wooden stick into the ego sword, the highest-ranking weapon in Chrono Life, boasting infinite durability. The protagonist gleefully accepts the contract, watching as a flash of purple light consumes Uranus, transferring his soul to the wooden stick. The weapon receives its ego rank, and the durability becomes an infinite symbol. In this pact, the protagonist also gains Urus Legion, swearing to achieve the revenge their master seeks. Meanwhile, in another part of Chrono Life, people gather as an announcement for an SS-class bounty is released nationwide. The target? The protagonist, wielding nothing but a wooden stick and bearing a bounty of 10 billion gold. The 5 strongest guilds, led by formidable leaders, form an alliance to eliminate the player responsible for the deaths of over 800,000 gamers in a single day. Our nameless protagonist, still appearing as a penniless noob, smiles at their upgraded wooden stick, fully aware of its overwhelming power. Unexpectedly, one of the dragon's heads materializes from the stick, no longer the majestic creature it once was, but now cute and squishy with just one head. This is a unique feature of ego rank weapons, visible only to their master. As they ponder this oddity, a wanted poster drops between them, featuring the protagonist's face and boasting a 10 billion gold bounty. Urus proudly praises his master's strength, emphasizing the significant bounty's value in real life. The protagonist contemplates their appearance as a seemingly powerless noob, with plans to deceive others. However, their ruse is short-lived as an arrow strikes them in the back, and they fall victim to an ambush led by Hawkeye, surrounded by various players from the guild. The situation escalates as Hawkeye commands everyone to attack. In a stunning display of power, the protagonist releases a brilliant flash of light, incapacitating everyone and leveling the surrounding buildings. Hawkeye, undeterred, summons approximately 3 million guild members to confront the protagonist. With a wave of his hand, he orders everyone to attack, only to witness the protagonist causing ripples of destruction throughout the World Guild Alliance. Urus watches in astonishment, realizing that even with his legion, their master can single-handedly defeat this massive force. The most powerful mage, Abracadabra, attempts a disintegration spell, but the protagonist skillfully cancels it with a swing of their wooden stick. Amid the chaos, the protagonist decides to give their attacks cool names, dubbing one "Swing Up," though realizing the timing isn't right. The disintegration spell cast is thwarted. The protagonist's unrelenting swings result in the annihilation of the World Guild Alliance members, save for Hawkeye. In a climactic showdown, the protagonist delivers the final blow to Hawkeye, leaving no room for doubt about the outcome. Urus praises his master for defeating the massive alliance, but their celebration is interrupted by the arrival of the goddess of life. The protagonist acknowledges the woman who killed them, and a conversation ensues. The protagonist resists the urge to become angry, instead opting to laugh off the past insults. As the conversation unfolds, the protagonist initiates an attack on the goddess of life. She deftly evades their assaults, but the protagonist remains relentless. Explosions punctuate the skirmish, and it seems as though the goddess is defeated. However, she emerges unscathed, praising the protagonists for their growing strength. In a surprising twist, the goddess reveals that she has ascended to the hidden class of the goddess of life. The protagonist humorously suggests that goddess of death would be more fitting. Despite the irritation caused by the protagonist's comments, the goddess persists in attempting to engage in further conversation. The protagonist, however, persists in their attacks, and the goddess nimbly evades the explosive onslaught. A drop in smoke suggests that the goddess is vanquished, but to the protagonist's astonishment, she stands resolute. The goddess of life commends the protagonists for their increased strength, even though their attacks have yet to be sufficient to claim her life. In a final twist, Urus, fascinated by the turn of events, makes an unintended connection with the goddess. The protagonist is left awestruck by this revelation, but to their surprise, finds that the goddess's physical form is now absent. As they grapple with this new development, a wanted poster falls between them, heralding an incredible bounty of 10 billion gold. The protagonist is intrigued by the irony of the situation and, instead of succumbing to anger, can't help but laugh. The two continue their exchange, the protagonist no longer aiming to strike the goddess but rather to understand the intriguing dynamics at play. As the conversation unfolds, it's clear that even the most unexpected events in Chrono Life can take a surprising turn, making the journey all the more captivating. Don't forget to show your support by liking, sharing, and subscribing. Stay tuned for more thrilling chapters in this exciting journey.